You are now tuned in to Hits 92.3, where we take great pride in personal expression of one's feelings, thoughts, or ideals. What you're getting ready to hear on this show are the opinions of the hosts and their guests, and they do not reflect the opinions of Hits 92.3 radio station, the brand, management, staff, their respective advertisers, parent companies, or affiliates. Now stay tuned as this show begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh yeah, I see you over there, you got your cup in your hand. You might be sipping on a little Taylor Port. You got a little gin and juice. You might even have you a cold beer. But down here in Charleston, let me tell you how we like to do it.
We got the moonshine in the trunk.
Oh, that's something right there.
We got some moonshine in the trunk.
Yes sir, yes sir.
So if you wanna get drunk, we got some moonshine in the trunk. Sing it with me, y'all. We got some moonshine in the trunk. Got some moonshine in the trunk. We got some moonshine in the trunk. So if you wanna get drunk, hey, we got some moonshine in the trunk. Hey, hey. I know some people like to take their time and sip on their wine. Some still drink their gin to have them on their behind. Got my uncles in the backyard with the bottle of yak. But you can meet me at the car if you ain't drinking none of that. We got the moonshine in the trunk. We got some moonshine in the trunk. Moonshine in the trunk. So if you wanna get drunk, we got some moonshine in the trunk. Sing it with me, y'all. We got some moonshine in the trunk. We got some moonshine in the trunk. So if you wanna get drunk, hey, we got some moonshine in the trunk. Hey, hey. I got some cousins that don't drink, but they gon' smoke on some weed. Smells good when they light it, got no sticks and no seeds. So if you're here inside the party, then get down on the floor. And if you're ready to get drunk, then here's one thing you need to know. We got the moonshine in the trunk. We got some moonshine in the trunk. So if you wanna get drunk, we got some moonshine in the trunk. Hey, hey, hey. We got the moonshine in the front, moonshine in the back. We got the moonshine in the car, moonshine in the jar. We got the moonshine in the light, moonshine at the bar. We got moonshine everywhere. Hey, sing it with me, y'all. We got some moonshine in the trunk. We got some moonshine in the trunk. So if you wanna get drunk, hey, we got some moonshine in the trunk. Moonshine in the trunk. We got some moonshine in the trunk. We got some moonshine in the trunk. So if you wanna get drunk, hey, we got some moonshine in the trunk. Moonshine in the trunk.
Now this the part of the song where we want you to get up on the dance floor. So make sure you grab your cup, grab you a partner, do your dance, do your two-step, or just move side to side. We here to party all night. Go ahead, grab your moonshine. Let's go. Come on.
Two steps to the right, two steps to the left, two steps to the front, two steps to the back. Got moonshine in the front, moonshine in the back. Got moonshine everywhere. Hey, hey, hey. Moonshine in the trunk. Oh yeah.
Because the greatest love of all is inside of me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sexy chocolate. Sexy chocolate.
Damn, that boy can sing.
You must be crazy.
He good.
You must be crazy.
No, I ain't no Jay-Z, but you still get a J. Shooting at niggas like that nigga Clay. He invested in myself and doubled up my pay. No, I ain't from BK, still having my way. In the street late, tardy. Hater sweeter than pastry. Make so much money now, they dab it and I don't even miss it now. I'm credit for making out the hood now, but Sally Mae paid off tuition now. Got Mary Blasters fell down. Side chicks known to tell fell it down. Good pussy available year round. Fuck fame, but money always in style. Swag on the swag. If you see me in the street, swag on the swag. Swag on the swag. If you see me in the street, swag on the swag. Had to keep my dreams closed. Try to stop you when they see you getting close. Not stop until I see myself in fold. Need bad bitches, silk road. Flashier than pimp clothes. Finesse to success like a finger roll. Crept in, booth on tippy toes. Getting DMs from centerfolds. Now in homes like dinner rolls. Network TV, no cubicles. Follow dreams, live on both coasts. LA, Atlanta, Leicester. Hot 97 on the human torch. Go sway, wanna be a citizen. Try to play me like Braxton. Swag on the swag. If you see me in the street, swag on the swag. Oh, swag on the swag. If you see me in the street, swag on the swag. Champagne when I hit $1 million. Then we do 100 million. Middle Eastern or Brazilian. Fuck it, let's get $1 billion. Yeah. Niggas always in their feelings when they see you climbing up in their home chillin'. Triple mumble rap like a penicillin. Like Big Tree Hills on Timberland. And I got more shows on the way. Feature film that I wrote, big payday. Only making classic like Friday. Ain't coming to America like Eddie. Swerving on niggas like a Segway. If you owe me, pay up like underlay. In your bitch mouth just like Colgate. I remember dinner day said. Swag on the swag. If you see me in the street, swag on the swag.
The royal penis is clean, Your Highness.
Swag, 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 swag.
I just want to run my business and do ratchet shit with my friends, and that's it. That's it. That's it.
You are now tuned in to All Hustle and No Fear with your girl, the Hood Unicorn. Come on, let's go.
Back against the wall, last name against the rope. Middle finger stretched, if you thinking it's a joke. Tell my friend I'm at the blow, 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 at the blow.
Oh, yo. Oh, you don't see me yet. Hold on, wait a minute. Hey, there I am. Okay, what's up? How y'all doing? It's your girl Sunshine Reigns, aka Griselda Blanca, aka Uni the Motivator, aka the Party Starter. But you tune in each and every morning because I am your Hood Unicorn, and I am here to wake you up in a positive way with motivation, current events, good topics, and a whole lot of laughter. But not today. Today we're gonna be a little bit on the serious tip. Okay. Today we're gonna get to some good conversation. So as you can see, it is the first Monday of the month, and with me I have a therapist. What therapist? Daniel, the therapist. Tell her. Oh wait, you gotta get your mic. Hold on, there we go. There.
All right.
Tell everybody hi, Daniel.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
All right, so real quick, I'm gonna fix these cameras real quick, and go ahead and tell everybody who you are and why you are sitting here, or why you're qualified to sit here, and tell them what we're gonna tell them today.
All right. So again, my name is Daniel Edwards. I'm a therapist working towards licensure in both Georgia and Florida. So what that means is that I am currently still under supervision. So I don't want y'all to think that I'm here saying that I have my own practice or any of that, because that'll get me in trouble. But anyway, I work with teens, young adults, probably up until about 50-ish, 60-ish. Work with athletes. I do couples, a little bit of everything, sex therapy. Definitely work with anxiety, depression, all that good stuff. One of the things that I like to say about me is that I am not your typical therapist. I go into, like, the first time that we meet, I will say I am human. I am not perfect. And if you ever meet a therapist that says that they're perfect and their life is together, run. So I am a real person and just want to kind of give y'all some tips and information on like coping with depression today. So that's why I'm here.
Awesome. So if you haven't been on my Instagram and you haven't been paying attention to what I said we was going to talk about, let me go ahead and let you know. Today's conversation is all about being a long distance dad and or mother. Okay. At this point, this is one of those conversations that work for both sides of the aisle here. Okay. I was a product of a long distance parent. My dad lived in Ohio and I lived in California. And so I only got to see my dad in the summer times for a couple of months during the summer. Soon as school was out, the very next day I was on a plane and I was in Ohio, and I did not come back until school was about to start the next day. Like literally for years, that was my routine. And that was my parents' what is it?
Agreement?
Yeah, well, yeah, custody agreement. That was my parents' custody agreement. And that was just normal life for me. When I was able to understand how to manipulate a phone and phone bill, I was able to start calling my father and my paternal grandmother a whole lot more. If again, geriatric millennials out there, y'all remember what was it? Star 6 stars.
6, 7.
Yeah, where you reverse the charges.
Oh, I don't remember.
Star 599 or something like that. It was something where you could press these 3 numbers and it would reverse the charges from your phone bill to the other person's phone bill.
Oh, you were skilled. you had skills.
I was so skilled that I could do this bad boy on a payphone.
Okay.
So when, let's say me and my mom would go to the laundromat or whatever, and she would leave me at the laundromat, you could do that back then. Okay. My 12-year-old self would be at the payphone at the laundromat. Star 8, it was star 6. My brain is saying not star 69. That was like blocking them or something like that. It was like star 52 or star something, whatever. But I would be out there reversing the charges and talking to my grandma on the phone or calling my dad or whatever. And as an adult now, I know that phone bill was high as hell. Those were $45 phone calls to talk to a 12-year-old for 15 minutes. You know what I mean?
The things you do for family.
The things you do for family. Mm-hmm. So our conversation today is not only about the position of that parent that is on the other side that's missing, right? But we're also going to talk about how you can bridge that gap, things that you might not think that you could do, that you can do to try to make the holidays not seem so far away. Hopefully ways that you can deal with the sadness and the depression and coping with it. And we'll open this up to you guys. If you have any stories you want to tell, if you want to help somebody, not feel so alone, or if you're the product of, if you're the child and you would like to tell your side so that you can have a parent understand how instrumental it means for you to reach out. And even me and Daniel had one that we were talking about. Who's supposed to call We're going to talk about that. As the parent, are you sitting up here talking about, well, my kid didn't call me for the holidays, but did you call your kid for the holidays? We're going to talk about all of those things today. So, of course, drop your comments in the comment section. I am about to drop the invite link up here now. So if you want to be seen and ask a direct question, it's right here in the comment section, and you can do that. And of course, as always, if you want to, what is this? Of course, as always, if you want to call in, we have the call in number gonna go across the bottom, and you can always just call in and talk to us about, you can call in about the subject. So let's start here, Daniel, with the feeling of loss or not being there during the holidays, especially this time, because you got well, first of all, school just started, so you see everybody posting the pictures of their kids and their uniforms and back to school. Then you have the Halloween, so you see all of these people posting pictures of their kids in their Halloween outfit, where something else you missed. Then you got Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and I mean, depending on the type of person you are, Valentine's Day as well, especially if you have like a daughter or something. Definitely. You know what I mean? So how does a person deal with this part of the season?
I mean, I think in this day and age, depending upon your situation with your other half or the ex-partner, there's enough technology that you should be trying to reach out to your kid. And granted, I'm going to say it now, I'm a little bit biased because I was the kid in this situation.
Right.
But, you know, there's always, you know, you can shoot a text because most kids have cell phones these days. Gotta admit it. A text can go a long way. It shows that you're at least thinking about them. You may not be able to physically see them in person, but shoot them a text. You know, if things like that can't happen and maybe your situation is a little different and you just cannot interact and you're just kind of going through it and feeling really sad, I'm one of those, I say distraction. You know, a healthy distraction is your best bet. I'm one of those, I like to dive into like working out or playing some type of sport or just diving into the business side of things. Whatever I can do to like keep my mind focused and going.
Being with someone who, or not being with a person who is, my brain is saying tumultuous, who's making the situation worse than it has to be. How do you go about, I'm trying to be kind in this, because it's one of those situations where people can get really, really ugly around now and use kids in a way that is disheartening. You know what I mean?
Kind of like they're pawns.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So let's talk about the people who are in situations where they want to be with their kids and their kids are being used as pawns because they either don't want to be in a relationship with that other person anymore, or the person just is bitter, upset. And this goes both ways. I really want y'all to stop saying women this, men this. This goes both ways. There are bitter people regardless to whatever your sexual orientation is. And hurt people do things to hurt people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let's talk. Let's talk.
I mean, number one, you got to keep in mind the kid is the victim. You know, whichever parent is the one that's like holding that kid and playing the role of like making them the pawn, you're not hurting your ex. You're hurting the kid. They're the one that can't see their parent. And that's not fair because they're most likely not going to understand why they can't see their parent. You know, they may have the thoughts of, oh, well, my mom doesn't want to see me or my dad doesn't want to see me. Now, if you're on the parent end of that and you're the one that can't see the kid, okay. If you just absolutely cannot because that's your situation, something that I tell clients all the time, regardless of a situation, if you're away from somebody that you don't want to be away from, start writing letters to them because eventually you may be able to reconnect. And at least you're going to be able to show them, hey, I was thinking about you. just this is what was going on. You know, especially if you're the parent, that can go a really long way with explaining something to the kids down the line. Because you're not leaving the kid in the dark like, oh, well.
And it's a real time, and it's a real time of how you, not you trying to go back and explain it away, but I can see, here's the date. You were really going, this is really how you felt. Oh, wow. I never thought about that.
And you may not even be able to give it to them right away, but at least eventually you'll be able to get that to the kid. Then they may see your side, because who knows what your ex is saying about you, unfortunately. Because like you said, you know, hurt people. They do things to hurt people. So Anitra says, I have this issue with Yana's other grandparents. They keep telling her, that the phone works both ways. Okay, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about this one. When I was growing up, like I just said, we had long distance. And so it was really difficult for you to just be able to make a phone call to somebody who didn't live in the same state as you when you wanted to, or to be able to have those conversations, because of the simple fact that it was going to cost a lot. We don't have that issue anymore. I think that you have to cultivate that relationship, especially with grandparents. And I'm going to tell you why. When I got to that age where I could call, I had my own cell phone and I could call my grandma when I wanted to, I would call my grandma and talk to her the same way you would talk to your peer group. You know what I mean? Like, I would just call my respectfully, of course, but I would just call my grandma and talk to her every couple of days or whatnot. And I did this because I just wanted to feel closer to this person that as a child, I wasn't able to feel as close to as I wanted. Because like I said, we were on separate parts of the continent, of the continental United States. Okay. One of the best things that I have now that my grandma has passed away, that I can say I never have to feel bad about, is one time we were on the phone and I called her and she clicked over and hung up with the person she was on the phone with. And she said, my girlfriend, my girlfriend just said, why are you calling me? Do you want some money? And I said, no, she just calls me to talk. And we created that back and forth with each other. She never had to tell me I needed to call her. I never had to tell her she needed to call me. We just cultivated that relationship because we wanted to. And I think with some of us, we get mad at people because of their title. And we think they're supposed to want to cultivate that relationship. And they don't. And this ain't coming from a therapist. This coming from a person that truly believes that my presence is a gift. And if you don't want my presence, trust and believe I'm not shoving no gifts down your throat. Those grandparents are missing out on Yana the same way that Yana is missing out on them. The same way I'm keeping my grandmother alive right now by telling you about her, by edifying her. Yana will not be doing that for her grandparents. And so they're going to pass away and they're actually going to die because their memory isn't going to live on. So for everybody right now who's listening, understand this. You have the opportunity not to be that type of fucking grandparent. Don't say that the kid don't call me. Don't, just because your son don't have a relationship with his kids doesn't mean that you as a grandparent don't have to reach out. Aunties, you talking about you the rich auntie, but you the rich auntie because you don't spend no money on your nephews and nieces. You rich auntie. You know what I mean? These are children. You have to teach them. You have to teach them. I remember hearing my mom say, call your grandma. Call your grandma.
call your grandma, call your dad. Until it got to the point where it was like, did you call your grandma? Did you call your dad? No. Why would I? Why would you have to tell me that? I've already talked to them. My mom just called me a couple of days ago and was like, you need to call your grandpa because he in the hospital. And I was like, you mean he's still in the hospital from when I just talked to him? You ain't got to tell me to call my papa.
He was already on it.
Right.
Already on
That's
it.
my papa. You know what I mean? So,
I'm not a fan of that though. That phrase of the phone goes both ways. And I get it. Technically, the phone does go both ways, but the child is still the child, even if you're an adult. Even if you're 40 something and your grandparents or parents are like, up in age, you're still the parent or the grandparent. Why aren't you reaching out?
Especially if you know there's a gap there and there's a bridge to be filled. I think it is for you as the parent to fill the bridge, but it's also that's kind of off subject, but it's also how you raise your children as well. So when you have siblings, I'm sorry, excuse me. It's the morning time.
You good.
When you have siblings, if you don't teach siblings to love each other and to embrace each other, to work together, then they're just like any other people. They won't try to hold each other together to keep that bond together. You know what I'm saying? You have to instill that in them as children. And then as they become adults, they'll do it for themselves. And it's the same thing with kids and you as parentals. You know what I mean? When my son goes to my mother-in-law's house, if he's there for a couple of days, if he doesn't, like, I'll call him or send him a text message, but if he doesn't call me or reach out, at some point I'll make him feel a little, I'll be like, dang, you don't even love me no more. You ain't call me and check on me and see if I boo-booed or nothing. That's what I said to him the last time, because I had texted him and I was just like, hey, and he didn't really respond back fast enough for me. So I hit him up. It was like, hi, you ain't checking see if I boo-booed today? See if I ate, if I had my water, nothing. But you have to teach your kids to be like that. So, on the same side of they don't call Yana. When's the last time Yana called them? And not to ask for anything. That's a very big part of this as well, y'all. Because as a grandparent, I would feel some kind of way too if every time I called you asking me for something. And you not just calling to see how my gout doing.
Yeah. I mean, just checking in can do a lot.
It can.
Even if you don't want to stay on the phone long, whether that be you're the parent, grandparent, or if you're the kid, just to, hey, I was thinking about you, just wanted to check in on you. Okay, I'll talk to you again in like a week or two.
Yeah.
That goes a long way.
It really does. And especially now where we have so many people who are becoming more and more cathartic to the idea of being around people and being in social settings. There are so many people who are so much more okay with being a shut-in, and we're having so many more services make that easier and easier and easier for a hermit life to be crafted and cultivated. And sometimes you got to pull people out of that. You know what I mean? Sometimes, whether it's depression, whether it's age, whether it's regression, you know what I mean? Because I think after a certain age, we kind of start to regress.
We do.
And move away from people. And I don't want that for definitely not for my grandparents and definitely not for my parents. We got some comments here. Like I said, Anitra said, I have that issue with Yana's other grandparents. They keep telling her that the phone works both ways. And so they are right. If they're calling her and Yana's not calling back and Yana's not reaching out, yeah, teacher Anitra, you gotta work a little bit harder as to teaching her that these are people that mean something to you, And just a call to ask what's going on. How you doing? Let them vent about not taking their pill. Me and my nana would talk about, me and my nana now, we talk about the craziest thing. I just call and just, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? What my grandpa doing? Girl, he outside riding that lawnmower again. Did he ride the lawnmower 3 days ago? Yes. And I told him, ain't none grass grew. And that be good enough. And sometimes for kids, that conversation is boring to them. You know, like they wasn't even talking about nothing. So they listened to you when you was 4, 5, and 6, and you wasn't talking about shit either.
And the thing is we'll miss those conversations when we no longer have that grandparent around to do that.
The Natural Way says under 16, parents and grandparents should call. Over 16, call your parents and your grandparents.
At 16, you still in the house though. So why are we putting that responsibility on the 16-year-old?
So call your grandparents. Definitely. But calling your parents, not.
I mean,
so when your kids go off to college, right? So that makes all parents in most situations, if your kid goes off to college, that makes all parents the distant parent or whatnot, especially going to the holidays. If your kid isn't coming home for the holidays and this is that first time, what would you tell those parents with how to cope with that or how to deal? Because Natural Way, isn't this your first holiday as a grandma? Isn't this your first grandma holiday? I think this is. So if you're not going to go see the grandkid, and this is a baby, you know, that baby can't call. If you're not going to see the grandkid, how are you bridging that gap? So what would you say for those folks?
I mean, these days, I'd say definitely try to use technology. Try to set up a Zoom call. You know, doesn't have to be long. Just go ahead and put your eyes on people. These days, that's a really big thing. Just put your eyes on somebody, say hello, I'm thinking about you, love you. And then if that's it, that's it. The whole college thing, I mean, give your kid a little bit of freedom, but definitely I would hope that kid is reaching out and that you're reaching out to them to check on them as well.
So the last couple of years with my kids, because we live so far away from my family, what I do is when they're opening the Christmas presents, I will Facebook my family, and I Facebook them because my whole family got iPhones and I got an Android. And so, yeah, I'm that one. And so we just figured it out. We just made it work, and we'll get on Facebook, and then we can get a couple of people in there sometimes, you know what I mean? And we have done the whole Zoom thing where we get everybody on the Zoom, all the kids and grandkids, and we're saying hello. So he's absolutely right. You can't, like, technology now is completely different from when we were kids. Something else I want to say too, I really like the idea of the letters. I love the idea of the letters, and I actually email my kids. I have an email that I set up just for my kids, and I email them pictures and different things like that so that when they get older, they'll have this email full of all of this stuff. But I think I'll start writing little notes and little letters to them and sending little emails as well. And so when they get it, they can go back and read this. And, you know, it's just one email to both of my kids. And I'll just put in the subject line to George, you know, and just send them a little email. Today, you really got on my damn nerves. You tested me as a parent today. And I love you for it because you made me stronger. But I just want to let you know on October 12th, 2023, your mama really wanted to do something to you. She did. But I hugged you instead, and I love you.
Yeah, I mean, I really think that writing letters when you can't see somebody, especially if it's your child, let them know how you're feeling in that moment. Let them know, you know, that you're thinking about them, that you wish that you could see them and be with them. And even if you can't give those letters to them right then, you know, down the line, maybe you can, or maybe you can like mail them later, you know, because that is still a thing. Stamps got expensive though, but that is still a thing. But at least that shows that you are thinking about them and it doesn't leave them wondering.
And for people who don't realize it, as a person who still receives cards from my dad, like, I ain't gonna front. Y'all know I had my 600th episode, right? A couple of days later, my dad sent me a card in the mail that said happy 600th episode. That's it. That's all it said. Happy 600th episode. It had no money in it. It ain't had no hoorah or nothing. It just said happy 600th episode, Bubba, because he called me Bubba. And it meant something. You don't realize how some of the smallest things that you can do. And I'm not a card sender, and I probably need to be, because I enjoy getting cards. I really do. I don't keep them, but I mean, you know,
like something other than a bill coming in the mail
with your name on it.
Yes, it makes you happy.
It really does. And for little kids, because my mother-in-law will send Zoe a card every once in a while, or she'll send Georgie a card every once in a while. For little kids, that really does light them up, seeing them get mail with their name on it that they get to open. They do like that. They do like that. So I dare y'all, send a card this year. You know what I mean? That's a good one. Mail a card this year.
Same time though, the adult kid or little kid should be trying to send a card out to the parent that's not there as well. You know, just keeping them in mind, you know.
Yeah,
hey, I can't be with you, but I am thinking
like bridge that gap. Y'all remember back in the day when people used to take holiday card pictures? We don't really do that anymore. I think I might do that this year, where everybody dresses up in the, like, some people do that corny shit. I don't.
I don't do that.
I'm not that. I don't decorate my house for the holidays. Like, my mom didn't really do that growing up. We sang Merry Christmas to Jesus. I mean, Happy Birthday to Jesus. We did do that, and we might have a little tree, but it just wasn't. We weren't traditional like that. So I didn't grow up like that. And I'm not really that type of person. My mother-in-law, it's Christmas at her house. So we just go to her house for Christmas. You know what I mean? But I know I'm eventually have to create that standard for my kid, for my grandkids and stuff, you know?
But it can look however you want it to look. Everybody can start their own traditions.
This is true too. I think that show This Is Us made me understand that.
I love that show.
You do?
Yes, love that show.
I hated that show.
Why?
Because it made me cry.
Oh, well, yeah.
I hate any show that makes me
okay
fucking emotional.
It's okay to cry.
Oh my God.
Randall cried all the
That's
time.
not what I was watching TV for. Y'all remember a long time ago, that TV show Cold Black? It was like a doctor TV show. Man, that damn show made me cry every episode. I hated that show. What's that show? 911 with and I hate that show. She make me cry every fucking episode. I hate that show. And I watch them too, like an idiot.
See, that sounds like another episode that you need to have. Crying is okay. It's okay to let it out. It's okay. It's okay.
Real G's cry in silence like lasagna. It makes sense. Don't ask. It makes sense. Don't ask me. It makes sense. Let's go to this comment section. So Teacher Anitra said, that's it. None of them reach out to her. And so, yeah, that makes it a little different. As the adult, and I keep going back and forth with this because she keep just dropping a little bit here and there. But as an adult, you do have to do your part and reach out. As the child has to be taught to reach out to the adults. But as the adult, you do have to reach out because you want that child to remember you as well. You know what I'm saying? You want to live on with that kid. So you have to provide that space and opportunity. Definitely. Hotspot said, I just tuned in, but I don't call family members who resent me.
Okay.
So what do you mean when you say they resent you? Do you just feel resentment? Has that resentment been actually articulated? What is that resentment for? Like, I mean, if you like Faith and you fuck the family, then you know what I'm saying, that's different. I understand the resentment. Like,
or is it more so
Faith fuck my husband?
If they don't like agree with like maybe your life or something.
Right.
Is that what the resentment is?
Yeah. Like they just they don't take too well to your personality, and they don't understand you and love you like we love you. Is it that? Like I think that matters.
It does.
I think that matters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like now, if you blew up a car and Uncle John still mad at you or resent you for that, and you ain't apologized, like
might want to
apologize before you start calling people. But we had that conversation too. A lot of y'all need to just reach out and have a conversation with people and just call them and just say hello. And just whatever happened from there. But don't say nothing. Just, hey, I just called to say hello, see what's going on, and let whatever happen go from there. So we'll see. Bowman funny. He said, hey, Sunshine, how's that bowel movement going? You know? Just call me and ask me, did you boo-boo today or something? Teacher Nitra says she really hasn't had a relationship with them for years because of her dad. They popped up at her job the other day and made that statement. They had a whole birthday at her job, but they don't and haven't called her for years. But they're trying. They popped up at her job. They know where she worked. They trying.
Yeah.
Okay. So now it's like tennis. They done popped up at her job. Okay. Her birthday was Halloween, right? Did she send them a picture of her in her Halloween costume? You know what I'm saying? Did she send them pictures of her dressed up in what happens in October in schools where they get homecoming?
Yeah,
you knew that.
I done been at school for a good long time.
Man, you supposed to know that.
I just hit my 20-year reunion.
Man.
Oh,
Did she send them pictures of her dressed up all cute at homecoming? Those little things help. It don't have to be nothing big. She don't have to ask them, you know, how's prostate cancer going? It don't have to be heavy. You know what I'm saying? It can just be little things to just reach out. You know what I mean? Hell, as a matter of fact, Jesharon ain't sent me a picture. No, I'm playing. It's one of my friends'
and it
kids.
can be awkward, but you still got to make that effort, especially now that they've made an effort. So you just got to work through that discomfort.
And see, this kind of stuff, we got to let this go. They had a party for another grandchild, didn't invite her, but did it at the place you knew she worked at. Wasn't sure she worked that day. I felt like they rubbed the non-relationship in her face. You can't choose. Look. We can't nitpick how people try. That's a big thing for us in humanity's community. Because I don't want to say black community, white community, whatever. We can't always nitpick how people try. I get it. They might be closer to another baby mama and whatever, that kid. I get it. We can't nitpick how people try. I promise you, you will, it will calcify. It's a word. It will calcify more on you than it will on them. Okay, it will hurt you more, and it will stop you from enjoying the moments that you could have enjoyed because you're too busy worried and thinking about what you felt slighted on. They came to her job to show her love. Do you know how many women wish somebody would come to their job and bring flowers and sing happy birthday to them? Look at it like that. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like I'm almost hearing that in a different way, though. Because to me, I don't know if you can clarify, but it seems like maybe the party wasn't for her child.
Wait, what? Hold on, let me read. Wait, because you're reading this like a therapist. Let me read this again. Had a party for another grandchild and didn't invite her, but did it at the place you knew she worked.
Yeah. Now see that.
But wasn't sure she worked that day.
See,
I felt like I felt like this is therapy. That's that. Hold on, we got more comments. Hold on, wait. They had resentment towards me as a baby because they hated my dad. See, that is so weird to me. That's really unfortunate. That is so, because it has nothing to do with you. Yeah. Okay, Bowman. it's just because I came from my dad's loins. I'm sorry, Bowman. I'm sorry. Yeah, in those situations, you know, yeah. I wish family looked like the Cleavers for all of us, or it looked like the Cosbys, or, you know, but some of us got Roseanne families. You know, sometimes it's not all as clean and cut and dry as you want it to look. Sometimes, you know, it's messy, and I'm never gonna tell somebody to force a relationship with people who didn't want a relationship with them. That's not cool at all.
Boundaries, okay. Even with family, it's okay to have boundaries.
It's definitely okay to have boundaries. We're gonna go ahead and go to a commercial break. Natural Way said he gonna send you one day. Oh, she talking about Jess Sharon. He gonna send me a card or something. I love that little boy. We're going to go to a commercial break. We're going to play some music, but we're going to give you guys a chance to send in some questions if you have any question for Daniel the therapist. And we're going to continue this conversation because I think it's a good one. And I think you guys are opening up out there, which I absolutely love. And like I said, today what we're talking about is coping with the holidays as a distant parent, okay? Whether you're a grandparent, whether you are a mother or a father, if your child or if somebody that you see as a child or a childlike figure, whatever, if they don't live close to you, they don't live near you, and you're having to deal with being away from them for the holidays, what that means for you, what that feels like, and how you can deal with it, how you can bridge that gap, and just, you know, giving out our little stories to help, you know, with the therapy of it all, because a lot of people see likeness in other people's stories. You know, we definitely see something in each other, being the child of the distant parent, you know. And we can talk about that too, because there's a lot that goes along with that, being petty because of being being distant, or the distance between y'all and using the child, you know. So we can definitely get into more of that. We're going to go to this quick commercial break, and when we get back, we have more with Mental Health Monday. I was about to say Hood's Music Mondays, but we're not doing music. It's mental health. It's Mental Health Mondays. So let me find a good song to play. You know what? We doing mental health. Let's talk about gratitude. Here is Londrell with Gratitude.
I gotta be thankful because I know someone lost their life today. And so every moment I endeavor to live life the righteous way. To serve with a sense of purpose and let love light the way. Even if I die today, that's just the price I pay. Just know I try to be kind and seek the divine every night and day. Gratitude for the sunrise, gratitude for the sunshine, gratitude for the moonlight. Every day feels like a new life, especially when I meditate. Take a breath and then I elevate. Everything deserves gratitude. That's my everyday attitude. Gratitude. That's my everyday attitude. Gratitude. Gratitude. That's my everyday attitude. Gratitude. Gratitude is the fruit of life, the nourishment of the soul when there's no food in sight. When your vibrations are low and you feel blue inside, gratitude is the attitude that gets you through the night. Never believe in lack or limitations. Anything can be manifested with a little appreciation. I appreciate my life. I appreciate my breath. I appreciate my sight. Gratitude for my health. Gratitude is the happiest mood. Even if I happen to lose, everything deserves gratitude. That's my everyday attitude, gratitude. That's my everyday attitude, gratitude. That's my everyday attitude, gratitude. With a heart full of gratitude and a mind full of peace. That's how you should live. That's how you should be. With a heart full of gratitude and a mind full of peace. That's how you should love. That's how you stay free. Yeah, 2020 AD. I just wanna make love. I just wanna make peace. I just wanna stay free. 2020 AD. I just wanna make love. I just wanna make peace. I just wanna stay free. Gratitude. That's my everyday attitude. Gratitude. That's my everyday attitude. Gratitude.
Good morning. This is All Hustle, No Fear on Hits 92.3. And every morning you wake up with us because we rock your mic.
Mm-hmm. How big is your mic, Sunshine?
Big enough to interview you with. All right, we're back. So we've got a couple of comments. One of the comments was from Ronye, and this let's dive into this. He said, I know a lot about that, being in the military and being deployed all the time. I spend lots of years virtually parenting. So let's definitely talk about the military aspect of it. What would you tell those parents that their spouse is deployed, and it's not because we're not together because we don't want to be together, it's because we can't?
First of all, thank you for your service. I couldn't make it through MEPS, so much respect. I'm an Army brat, so I appreciate your service. That is a whole different type of sadness around the holidays. Because it's most likely not just the holidays. It's for an extended period. When you can, utilize the technology. Try to make those phone calls. Try to send those letters when you can. And just every time that you are able to talk to your kids, just try to make that really special. I would hope that military families, the parent that is at home is really explaining to the kids why that other parent is away. That other parent is out being a hero. Push it that way. Other than that, it's just a really tough situation to be in. Definitely.
Yeah. I moved around a lot as a kid, but it had nothing to do with the military. It was just because my mom liked to state hop, so we state hopped. But I know the feeling of consistently having to make new friends. You know what I mean? Like your kids are leaving people behind that they made these connections with, and then they're not around them anymore. So that's got to be hard on people as well, and be kind of depressive during the holidays. If you are depressed during the holidays because you're missing this person, whether you're the parent, the child, siblings or whatever, what are ways that you can cope with the holiday depression? Somebody like me, one of my issues is that Thanksgiving comes around and yes, I get to be with family. Yes, I have my children and my family, but they don't know my story. You know what I'm saying? I got to tell them my stories. I don't get to be around people who I don't have to explain the story. I can be like, hey, you remember when such and such did? And they reminisce with me. I miss that during the holidays. And so I get very depressed about that. The people that I want to see have passed away and they're gone. That makes me very sad. And it gets to, I can't eat my grandma's macaroni and cheese. You know what I mean? I can't have my grandma's ham. And so because of that, you don't necessarily want to do Thanksgiving with somebody else because you're missing what you don't have. How would you therapy me?
In that situation, I mean, I think especially because you have kids, it's all about making those new traditions. Like, yes, you're going to be sad because people have gone on, but it's all about, you know, whatever you can still bring from your grandma and introducing that to your kids. For those that don't have kids and maybe you're the parent that can't be with your kids, creating a chosen family, you know, having the Friendsgiving or the friends get together around Christmas. Something else you can do is go out and volunteer to feed people. I did that one year and that was by far the best year that I've ever had.
Really?
You know, just being able to, like, it puts things into perspective because, like, no matter what you're going through, and yeah, your life can be shit, but you're the one serving. You're not the one that needs to be served at that time. So that really puts a perspective on, like, okay, it's not as bad as it could be. So definitely volunteering. If you are the parent away from your kids, maybe on the holiday, but you do have some type of custody agreement, when you're with your kids, just make the most of that time. Create those new traditions, you know? Yes, this isn't Christmas Day, but this is our day, and this is what we're going to do. Outside of that, I'm all about healthy distractions. So whether that be you binge watch a new show, you work out, you join some type of trivia group, just something that keeps your mind going so that you don't have to just sit in that sadness.
Yeah, my first Thanksgiving by myself, like completely by myself, that probably was the hardest Thanksgiving ever. My mom had just moved to Texas. I had just broke up with my boyfriend. I didn't have any family here in Atlanta. And then I realized it's Thanksgiving today. Like, you know, it don't even cross your mind. And then I realized, damn, I don't have nothing to eat. So I'm literally on Thanksgiving Day walking into Walgreens to get a pizza because I didn't have any family here and it didn't cross my mind that it was Thanksgiving. That probably was one of that might have been the start of the depression for me for holidays. Because now there's you know, you don't have your mom's house to go to and be the kid because mom does everything for Thanksgiving or holidays or whatever, you know. And from that Thanksgiving on, now I'm basically an adult. Adult holidays suck.
Adulthood is the worst hood.
Adulthood is the worst hood. For real. Let's see. Teacher Nietzsche said, being away from my dad and Nana is hard during the holidays, but I make sure to talk to them and to send gifts. Yeah. I keep going back to this idea of writing letters, and other thoughts have crossed my mind. I think we need to spend more time writing down recipes.
Definitely.
We've got to start writing down recipes and what you putting in this, because, and I get it. It's not going to taste exactly the same because you don't measure shit and you make it with love. But if I could just know what my grandma put in her macaroni and cheese, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it was something different. Even if it was, baby, honestly, I just squirt a little bit of mustard in my macaroni and cheese. I just needed to know that. Please write that down on the recipe. You know what I mean? If you used a roux and made some with flour or something. You didn't just make a cheese. Write down y'all recipes, because sometimes for the holidays, that one little thing could be the difference of this was a real dirty holiday compared to I enjoyed myself today.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Gives you a sense of home, and you don't got to give the recipe right away if you don't want to give away your secrets.
Email it.
You know, just put it away somewhere so that later on,
when you're gone, they can find it. You know what I'm saying? Put it that would be a great thing to add to a will. You know what I'm saying? Y'all always adding money to the wills and stuff like that. I want Nana's recipes in my will. You know what I mean? Like, let Nana. Oh, the way I'm gonna call my Nana today and ask her, can you please just talk to me and tell me exactly how you make your greens? I want to know how my Nana make her collard greens. Because because my mama mess them up every time.
You're not supposed to say that.
I ain't shit. I said it to my mama face when I seen it. I had my Nana and my mama there, and I just said to my Nana, can you please make the greens? Here come my mom trying to add her 2 cents in, and I'm just like, I didn't ask you. I wanted my Nana's greens. Yeah. I'm sorry.
That's definitely a way to like keep the tradition going, though.
Yeah.
Especially maybe you're again in that situation where you're not seeing the kids or you're not seeing your family, but you at least have those recipes, so you have a piece of the family that you're not with.
Yeah. And it makes it really special. Or just knowing what the brand is of the cake she always bought or the apple pie she bought. Because I had a Sara Lee apple pie the other day, and I did it solely because I know that that's one that my grandma buy, and it's a cheesecake that I buy every once in a while, and I'll cry while I eat this cheesecake, but I know this is the brand that my grandma would buy, and when I eat it, it's like eating a piece of cheesecake with my grandma again. So know the recipes, know the brands, the special stuff that one person bought. And I think that might help you cope with the holidays, that somebody got a special recipe for some bread that they make every Christmas. Get that recipe and don't let that recipe die. Let that recipe live on. You know what I'm saying? Somebody makes some cochata a certain way in a certain family. You know what I'm saying? Get that cochata recipe so that y'all make sure y'all keep that same person alive. And I think that'll help cope with a lot of loss during the holidays. Because I say that every year. I just want some of my grandma cooking. If I knew this one bacon my grandma bought, and you laughing, but I was somewhere one time and somebody was making some bacon and it smelled like the bacon my grandma bought.
Did you ask them?
I couldn't.
Oh.
I couldn't ask them. But you know how you see those TV shows where they get a flashback and it zoom them into it. So I smelled this bacon and it zoomed me right into my grandma's kitchen. And for the life of me, it's not no regular bacon. It's not. She went to a butcher or something. This bacon got its ass slapped by the Pope. I swear to God, this is some special ass bacon.
That's
and
a core
all
memory
bacon
for you.
Yeah, it is. And I think it has something to do with the fat content of the bacon, that it smells differently to me or something. I don't know, but my grandma didn't play. She was bougie about her bacon. I'm sorry.
Now, again, because we did have one person mention that their family resented them.
Yeah, Bowman.
And that does happen.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't want anything to do with the family recipes, again, that's when you just start your own traditions.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that may look like for you. You decide, F the holidays, go for a hike.
So
go see a movie every Christmas or something.
Bowman, what do you do? He says, I save a lot of money because I don't celebrate the holidays. If I had a family, I would, but I'm solo dolo. So that's another question. On the opposite end of being a parent that's distant and you're not being able to be around your kids, what about people who don't have any family at all? Those people who are only children or who are estranged from their families. Again, or people like me. I have family. We're just not in the same area. Luckily I am married, so I do have family that I can spend with, but for a while I was just like Bowman. What do you say to those people who are alone?
I mean, that's when having that friend group is really important. And I get it though, making friends as an adult, that's tough, but it's just having a new group of people that you can do your own thing with. And if that's not an option and you are completely by yourself, that doesn't mean you have to sit in the house. Again, just get out and do something for you. The holiday can look any way that you want it to look. Make up your own new thing. You know,
there's got to be a list on Google or something of places in your area that are open on Thanksgiving and open on Christmas. And y'all know I'm a firm believer. Go sit at the bar. Go sit at the bar. Sitting at the bar is like sitting with your legs open. It's like sitting with your arm. It's like opening your arms up. Okay. Sitting at the bar is inviting. It allows other people to talk to you. True story, right? Yeah. Go sit at the bar. So if it's a holiday and you don't necessarily want to be alone, but you don't have somebody to be around, find a place that's open, that's serving your favorite food, and go sit at the bar. Talk to the bartender, buy somebody a shot next to you or a drink. Be pleasant, look good, wash. These things matter.
They do. They really do.
You know what I mean? You know, be pleasant. Buy a bottle and share. Don't buy a bottle at the restaurant. They're expensive for no reason. Bring a bottle and share something. But you don't have to be alone. In some cases, you choose to be alone. You know, and me and Daniel were talking about this. Like, he was saying how he's shy, and I was like, I'm shy too. And he's like, you don't give me shy. No, I don't give you shy because I worked through the pain of being shy and the pain of feeling like, oh my God. But are there situations where Sunshine is not talking to everybody? Yes, absolutely. You should have seen me yesterday at Piedmont Park. The only people I talked to was the people that was in the Uber that I came with. Okay? I didn't really talk to nobody else. I did not say I have a radio show. I didn't do any of that. I just was in the moment of being in the moment, being with my people. And could I have walked around to every single booth, introduced myself, passed out toothbrushes? I probably should have, because that's exactly what Pep Talk Tay did. And she made me look bad. And that's fine. But I have no problem saying my shyness took over me yesterday, but I had fun. I enjoyed myself. I was in the moment. You know what I mean? I made core memories. You know what I mean? But I definitely didn't market or network in any kind of way that I should have.
You got to turn it on and turn it off. One thing that I do want to add though, like, okay, say you're sober. These days, there's plenty of bars popping up where they are serving like non-alcoholic drinks, or there's that one in Atlanta that's completely non-alcoholic. I can't remember the name.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't been there because I don't travel.
Wow, that's a AAA meetings dream.
Don't quote me, but I think it's black owned.
Wow.
I don't remember the name.
Okay.
But like, there's also tons of websites that you can like go to like meet up and like just whatever your hobbies are, find a group, go hang out.
Facebook is a great place to do that. There's a Facebook group for everything. And I'm quite sure there's a Facebook group for people who don't have anybody to hang out with on the holidays. So there's not an excuse to be alone if you don't want to be alone. Now, if you want to be alone, by all means, do you, boo-boo. Do you. But if being alone is not your avenue and it's not what you want, then you have to make the effort, to do something. Don't expect somebody else to make that effort for you. You are an adult. Okay, you're not a child. There's nobody that's gonna push you out the house until you go outside and play. You got to get your ass up and go outside and play. Let's see. Let me go up to where we were. Big Red said, get y'all asses in the kitchen with the elders and learn the recipes. All my generation was in the kitchen with Graham Ruby.
Sometimes they don't want to share everything. You know, you got to turn your back and stuff.
Sometimes they be mean. I'm just saying. Sometimes they be mean. You be popping. Look, I don't mind helping out in the kitchen, but I ain't popping beans the whole time. You gonna give me something else to do other than popping these damn beans.
See, I still do that now.
And I'm not washing dishes the whole time either. You better let me make some baked beans or something. But I'd make the cornbread. Something, but I'm not popping beans the whole time. Otherwise, I'm going in here with Pawpaw and we gonna watch football. Because this is some bullshit. Nope, and Adam is here. He said, yeah, friends as an adult is the norm now. Hotspot said, friends? Nah. Nah. Ranye talking about, nah, bro, where you stay? See, and that's what I love about y'all, because y'all like, nah, you need a friend? I'm gonna be your friend. What's up? Ranye said, in the military, we do open house holidays. If you need a holiday, my house is open.
That's what's up.
And that's beautiful. My brother is like that as well. I've noticed that. I see in his Instagram and on him and his wife's social media during the holidays, they have a lot of different military personnel at their house, and they drink. Well, now they got kids, so I've noticed they don't drink as much, but they used to drink a lot during the holidays, like a lot. Like military can, I don't drink like that.
That goes on to a whole nother level.
I don't drink like that. Teacher Nitra said, not wash, but yes, wash, please wash. Okay. Ranye said, you had me at conspiracy. Big Red says, sunshine, dudes don't speak at the bar to other dudes during the holidays.
Well, then go and find a female bartender. My favorite bartender is a female. It's okay. You know?
Yeah.
They'll introduce you to like
you can talk
people.
to other women at the bar.
And
I've
it
had
doesn't
guys
always
talk
have
to
to
me.
be flirting if you don't want to flirt.
Exactly. It don't have to be flirting. It could be friendly talking and just, you know. I had a really amazing talk with a truck driver at an Applebee's one time. And
he had some stories.
I was just trying to kill some time. And so I went to Applebee's and had me a 2 for $2 or whatever they get. And we was just sitting up there and had a great ass conversation. I'm sure it's a female trucker that'll talk to you, Big Red. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you can find you a bobcat. DJ Ray's Hell is here. He said, good morning, all. Good morning. And Hotspot and Ranye laughing at each other, trying to make friends and shit. But I love that, though, for real. Because we do need more men making friends. And me and Daniel were talking about this. I think that'll be a show where I want to have multiple people on it. And have guys talking about making friends as adults and why men need friends as adults. Because y'all do. Y'all absolutely positively need men. Men need other men as friends, not just for the camaraderie and not just to go out and go fishing and to go kill some shit or whatever. But there's a special way that other men hold other men accountable.
Definitely.
And that peer group, that friendship, that man-to-manness is sometimes the only way to do it. And y'all need friends. And it's a lot of men out there who are missing out on that time to just grunt, scratch, and poke and
that's not all we do.
And fart.
That's not all we do.
That's not what y'all do?
That's not all we do.
That's not all y'all do? Okay, drink, smoke some Cuban cigars, drink on some bourbon, grunt,
might
scratch.
Game a little.
Huh?
Might game a little.
Game or gamble?
Could be both.
Okay, well, see, y'all need that in y'all life. Ranye said, nah, we burp. But y'all need to be around, y'all do. Y'all need a chance to be around men. So I want to have a show about, men making friends. Y'all need to be able to do that. That worries me that y'all don't make friends. Big Red said, look, I don't have that issue. I can talk to anyone. I'm tall. I got muscles, money, great conversations, and God damn it, I'm handsome.
Love the confidence. You gotta have it. Gotta have the confidence. Gotta have it.
He said, Sunshine, I ain't talking about me. But the typical guy is not doing that. And that's what we trying to do. We trying to make a couple of y'all atypical. I think nature over nurture. I mean, nurture over nature. If naturally you're not the typical, if you're the typical guy that wouldn't talk to a person, isn't that why you go to therapy? So that you become atypical?
It could be.
You know what I'm saying? So that you learn how to work out of that. So that you have conversations out of that. Y'all always talking about women don't give y'all a safe space. I got titties. I had a baby before. I'm a whole woman. I got XY chromosomes running all through me. Here is a safe space, baby. I'm giving y'all some spaces where y'all can have these conversations. So again, today's conversation is all about the holidays. It's about being a parent that is distant from your child during the holidays. And when I say distant, I don't necessarily mean distant in emotions, but I mean distant in physicality, where you're on one side of the earth and they're on the other side, or you're not close enough to be able to bridge that gap. Things that you can do for the holidays to try to bridge that gap. We've already come up with some things that I absolutely love. Daniel was saying that one of the a really dope thing that you can do, especially if you can't have conversations with the kid because the other parent makes it difficult, or you're not able to see them or whatever, is to write letters, because now you're showing them how you feel in this moment right now. And no matter when they actually receive those letters, they can be able to see how you felt. And I absolutely love that, because it's more sincere than saying, well, I couldn't do it because this was going on. Well, no, you actually wrote down, here it is, August 11th, 2020. I want to see you so bad today, but I can't because, or this is what's going on, or I'm here, or like you said, people in the military, there are things that you can do to try to bridge that gap. We also talked about how if you are the child, it is just as imperative for you to try to reach out to your loved ones and your elders, your siblings, your parents, whoever, as it is important for them to reach out to you. That whole they don't call me or they didn't call me can only last but for so long. Eventually, you have to hold yourself accountable. Now, I understand if you are continuously being the only person that is reaching out, eventually I get it, Bowman, I get it. You have to protect yourself. There comes a time where you need to protect your life force. You need to, make sure no one else is depriving you of happiness because of whatever trauma they're placing on you. I get that. I do. But if you just sitting there waiting on somebody to call you and you ain't called nobody else, whether it's a cousin, an auntie, an uncle, you know what I'm saying, an estranged sister or whatever, then you got to hold yourself accountable for that as well. And if there's no other better time to reach out to somebody, the holidays are a great time to reach out to someone. We also talked about how as you get older and you grow up, you miss being that kid and you miss the traditions and you miss the things that you remember as a child or as, the dependent, with your loved one hosting those traditions for you. But you got to get out of that. I got to get out of that. I can't, I've got to build those new traditions for my kids so that they can have their own depression later on. And
Don't pass it on. Come on now. Don't pass it on.
I need my kids to be depressed about damn. My mama ain't made no deviled eggs this year, and I really want my mama to make some deviled eggs this year. Because I promise y'all, I have not had to. I love my mother-in-law. Her birthday is on Thanksgiving. So we have yet to have to do a Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving at her house. She got all the Christmas decorations. So it be Christmas at her house. I have yet as a parent to have to do the holidays. I haven't cooked. I don't know how much Thanksgiving dinner costs.
These days it's probably way, way expensive.
I wouldn't buy, you know what? I'm new. For Thanksgiving, I would not buy y'all a turkey at all. We having Cornish hens. I would buy some corny hens because they are a whole lot cheaper and you still gonna get just as full. And I crack that bad boy down the middle. You get a corny hen. You get a corny hen. Everybody get a corny hen. And I be done told all the kids at the table, everybody got a baby turkey. Everybody got a mini turkey. Y'all got mini turkeys. Because I'd be damned if I undercook or overcook a turkey and be mad that this 25-pound bird ain't cooked right and I ain't never cooked a turkey before in my life. No. Everybody gonna get some corny hens.
But see, that just goes back to starting your own traditions.
Mm-hmm.
Like a few years ago for Christmas, like we did a crab boil.
Oh,
like you can do whatever you want to do. Start your own traditions. It's okay.
You got me thinking about my grandma. She would fry some fish up and have some doggone spaghetti. We had all kind of shit on the table for Thanksgiving. It definitely wasn't just turkey and stuff. And we had all kind of shit on the table for Thanksgiving. And my mom makes the best stuffing and gravy. Like nobody else makes giblet gravy. And when I say it, they be like, "What's giblet gravy?" And I'd be like, it's what my mama made. And people have tried to make stuff similar, so I feel better. I've had oyster gravy now, which it was great. It wasn't giblet gravy.
I've tried it. I'm not a fan.
Really?
Yeah.
The oyster gravy? Yeah. It was all right. I was okay with it. I was okay, but it wasn't giblet gravy. So, you know. Hey, it is what it is. And I'm with you, Big Red. We got to get in the kitchen more, make the kids get off the games and get in the kitchen and learn the recipes, go in there with Pawpaw. And, you know, because Pawpaw gonna go kill something, whether it's a fish, a bird, I
might be on the grill smoking something.
You got to learn how to keep them coals hot. Go out there with Pawpaw. He gonna teach you how to keep them coals hot. You know what I'm saying? So I love it. I love this. I love this idea. I think this will be the Christmas and the Thanksgiving that I try to start some of my own traditions. Shout out to TikTok and I think I say this every episode, but shout out to TikTok and Pinterest. If you can't cook, there's a difference between don't cook and can't cook. Okay, because at this point right now, you could just type into TikTok black food ideas.
True.
And I'm telling you, a lot of these people is making one pot meals where everything go in the same pot and it's good, and you gonna have leftovers. Go on Pinterest, type in what you want to make. Type in your parameters. Picky kids, no vegetables, one pot.
They'll have something for you.
They have something for vegan, vegetarian, vegan-esque, vegan-like. They gonna have something for you, okay? So start your own traditions. Because I posted something on my page, and I posted it because it was just funny. But I'm gonna make it just because the way the lady talked about it made it sound so damn good. But she made a pumpkin dump cake, a pumpkin pie dump cake or something. I don't know, but the way she described it, Daniel, god damn it, I'm gonna make one this year, and I'm gonna put my own little hood unicorn twist on it, because I'm gonna throw some heaven on the top of it, and I might even poke some holes in it and put some caramel through the inside.
That sounds good.
Don't it though? Because why wouldn't you put caramel and pumpkin pie together? That sound like it should be some shit that you do together, right?
Yeah.
Caramel, pumpkin pie with a little heaven glaze over the top. And then we make one for the kids and then we make one for the adults.
There you go. There you go.
Because if I don't infuse it, I would never be the hood unicorn. Because we're going to infuse it. Let's see. Somebody said, Official King said, yeah, make you cook. Make you cook. It will. Pinterest will make you cook. Let's see. Big Red says, Sunshine, guys are most likely trying to holler at you. You're an attractive woman. When need to go in a little deeper with the fellas about this topic. Nah, I'm for real. I think anybody could sit at the bar. And if you are a pleasant person, you're interested, you'll make a friend. Like, I thoroughly agree with what you said. If you like sports, go to a sports bar, sit around and offer somebody next to you, hey man, who you going for? Oh, I'm going for the Jets. All right, I got a shot that say they not about to make this field goal. And then if they make it, now you done sparked up a conversation and y'all can go tick for tat. All right, now what's next? You know what I'm saying? And now you got a friend. And the way you keep that friend is before you leave, get his number. That's how y'all be missing out on making friends. Y'all miss out on the connection part. Y'all talk to somebody, you had a great time talking to them, and then you just leave.
Yeah. These days, I think that feels like a gray area for some people, like the whole getting the number thing. That's a whole other topic.
That's why we're going to have that show. We're going to have a show, Making Friends as Adults. Making Friends as Adults, especially as a man.
People, small talk is hard for some people. It really is. Like, that's the thing. That's the thing. Small talk is difficult. Some people just don't like small talk.
But you got to start somewhere. You can't just bust out at the bar and be like, so did you get your prostate checked this week?
I mean, you should ask that. At a certain age, you really should. You know, that's important.
Like,
but
you don't just bust out with the deepness. You know what I'm saying?
You got to.
So how's your baby mama? You know what I'm saying? Are y'all connecting on a spiritual level? Like, no, you start out slow. Hey, how about them Jets? I don't know why the fuck the Jets is on my mind, but that's the football team. They are football, right?
Yeah,
that's not bad. Okay, yeah. And you know that. How about
you got to fake it till you make it, even if you're uncomfortable. Just sit in that discomfort and just go a little bit closer every day.
I want some deviled eggs now too, teacher Anitra. And I'm thinking about this Pinterest that I seen where the lady made the deviled eggs, and this bitch, as Willie Hen would say it, this bitch, she fried some chicken and put it on top of the deviled eggs. And then I seen this other lady, she put crawfish on hers. And I was just thinking to myself, y'all don't want me to unbig my back. Like, none of y'all want me to be small no more. Y'all want me to just keep getting wider and wider. Because I'm going to try it.
It's a safe space though, right?
This is a safe space.
I've never tried deviled eggs.
You've never had a deviled egg?
No. My mom makes them, but I don't eat them.
Why? Do you not like eggs at all?
No, I love eggs. I'm just a picky eater.
Is it texture? Consistency?
I don't know what it is. I've never tried them.
Oh my God. Deviled eggs are so great, and everybody makes them differently. And so it's just you waiting to see what that taste that's gonna leave behind is. You know what I mean?
One day, maybe.
I'm telling you. I'm trying to tell you. I just thought of a really great Thanksgiving spot. Copeland's. Copeland's does Thanksgiving really, really well. Not only can you order, like if you're not a good cook, you can order Thanksgiving from Copeland's. And my mother-in-law has done that a couple of years, and we have put that up. Okay. But I believe Copeland's is also open on Thanksgiving. So that's a nice spot that you can go to, maybe meet some people. And I think they do a buffet. I think it's a Thanksgiving buffet. So it gives you a chance to talk with people and stuff like that. But I think Copeland's is one for a good one. Wicked Wines is here. They said they'll be in the menu for Thanksgiving. Yep, he need to try some deviled eggs. He need to try some deviled eggs. True story. I put my uncle in the hospital one year over my deviled eggs.
And that's a good thing.
No.
Oh, I was about to say.
I was so mad at him. No, I had made like 3 trays. And everybody didn't eat everything. We just had way too much food. So you know how people take stuff home. Well, he took a tray home and it had a half a dozen of them damn eggs on there. And eggs raise your cholesterol and stuff. Next thing I know, we got a call. He in the hospital. So I sent him a card that said, "I hope you had a excellent day."
you just. Yeah, you gotta keep people's spirits up, even when they're in the hospital.
You got to. You got to.
You should have known his limits, though.
Nah, don't never eat all. At the age where we getting very geriatric millennial, y'all. You cannot eat a whole tray of fucking deviled eggs by yourself. You will put yourself in the hospital. Don't do that. Sunshine, you about to have some dude get swung on talking about, hey, have you got your prostate checked? I don't know. Just start a conversation, fellas. Start a conversation. Don't you agree with him, Teacher Anitra? Raw Country is here. Country just had a baby. It feels so good seeing your people reproduce and clone themselves. And this is a cute baby. Oh, the baby's so cute. Gotta look like the mama. I love you, Country. I can't wait to see this baby in person. I won't pick the baby up until it's about 2, because babies before that, like when they all cute and they still smell like milk and stuff, they give you baby fever, and that's how you fuck around and get pregnant. And I don't play that. I don't even play that game. I look coochie coo over there. You coochie coo your ass over there, but I don't do no babies because I'm not getting pregnant. I don't do that. But congratulations though, for real, on the new baby. Congratulations. They laughing at me. Don't laugh at me. I'm for real. Babies give you fever, and next thing you know, you be up there talking to your spouse. Baby, I think we could do it one more time. Don't you? The kids are about to grow up and they about to be out the house and we gonna be empty nesters. I think we could do it again. The fuck we can't. No, the fuck we can't. Okay? I'm telling you right now, COVID let me know I don't want to have not a none kid. Because if y'all ever do that Zoom school again, I lose it. I lose my mind. You won't have me going to nobody elementary school graduation at 50. Nope, y'all can have it. King Improvement said I was having a funky Monday already. I knew I was supposed to be here. See, King Improvement, this is where you were supposed to be. You know what? Not just the people who are long distance with their kids, but what about people who have their kids and they live with them, but they're just not connecting with their kids? What would you say to those people during the holidays where you're trying to create those traditions and you might have that kid that just wants to be left alone and always wants to be in the room or doesn't want to really socialize with family or whatever? What do you do, or how would you connect with those people, with those kids?
Gotcha.
Or the adult family member in the family that doesn't want to interact with the rest of the family or be a part of the group? Because that's a real thing. That's a real thing.
Yeah, definitely. I think it depends on why they don't want to interact. With teens, that's just teens being teens. So, I mean, definitely ask questions, see what's going on. Make them come out for a little bit, but then also try to give them their space.
Okay. Don't force them to be with the family.
I'm not a parent, but I do work with a lot of teens. And it's like, give them a little grace, like they'll end up coming out if they hear y'all laughing and having fun. But at the same time, if you force a kid to sit there, they're not. You're just
gonna get attitude, and it's just gonna blow back, and your attitude gonna be stank. They attitude gonna be stank, and it's gonna be a whole stank ass party.
Make them come out in small doses. Small doses.
Lure them out with bacon.
What if they don't eat pork?
Turkey bacon.
What if they don't eat turkey?
Vegan bacon.
Okay.
It's some kind of bacon now. Bacon.
Just as long as it is bacon. Bacon is that universal symbol.
Bacon is the candy of the meats. Okay. Bacon is the candy of the meats, and I will die on that hill. Okay.
That old person though that don't want to come out, it depends on why. Like, but I think I would still say the same thing. Give them their grace, you know, check on them, invite them out every now and then, you know, hey, we're about to play cards. Do you want to come play? They say no, fine. You invited them. But
what about if you have a spouse that doesn't want to interact with your side of the family? I told you this was going to be a great conversation, and I bet you thought that how's we going to fill up 2 hours with this conversation? Because you got sunshine right here, and I'm going to keep bringing the good. But yeah, it's the holiday season, they're coming around, and you have a spouse that doesn't necessarily want to spend quality time with your family, doesn't want to partake in your family's traditions, whether you partake in theirs or not. They just don't want to participate in your family's traditions, and they don't have a valid reason. It's different if your family racist and they be calling your spouse crazy names and cracking jokes or something. That's different. I'm not talking about that. But if they don't have a valid reason to not want to interact with your people, how should you deal with that?
Disclaimer, this is the Daniel answer and not the therapist answer.
Ooh.
Okay. Leave them at home.
Mm.
That's definitely a conversation y'all need to have beforehand and figure out why.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if y'all done been together for a minute. Why are they not wanting to be around your family? Did somebody say something to them that you don't know about? Like, did somebody try them?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's really going on? But I mean, I'm one of those. I feel like every relationship doesn't have to look the way that we think it should look. Like, society has this whole, like, y'all need to do everything together. You know,
you're a couple,
all this stuff. Like, I always tell couples, your relationship can look like whatever you want it to look like. If that means sometimes on holidays you go to your people, they go to theirs, cool. Whatever works for y'all in your relationship. I mean, if they don't want to be there, why take them to your house and then cause drama? Now, should they try? Yes, I think they should try. Again, it could be in small doses. If you're like, hey, I don't like your family,
I'm gonna show up, but I'm gonna drive my own car because I'm gonna leave early.
I gotta make my rounds, and that'll be my excuse. Okay, cool. But they showed up.
I like that. Teacher Nisha talking about, now I gotta make bacon for now and deviled eggs for later. No getting work done. Okay, this is what you do, Teacher Nisha. What you do is you make some deviled eggs sprinkled with bacon on top. I seen that one on Pinterest too. You make some deviled eggs and you sprinkle the bacon on top of the deviled eggs. That's what you do right there.
I might have to try deviled eggs. I might. Go home and ask the other half to make some.
See, ask her and just be like, just make me some whatever your favorite.
She
does. Yeah, ask her to make a little, just like 3 eggs. You know what I'm saying? Get y'all a little half a tray of deviled eggs, you know what I'm saying? And make it with the meal. And I don't know who need to hear this, but cranberry sauce is not just for Thanksgiving food. I like to add a little bit of cranberry sauce on my meals. Sometimes I have some chicken and macaroni and cheese and some veggies, and I just throw a little bit of cranberry sauce on there. Y'all ain't gotta wait till Thanksgiving or Christmas to put cranberry sauce on your plate. Boom. Just letting y'all know that. I don't know who needed to hear that, but I brought some cranberry sauce yesterday, and my son looked at me. He's like, "What's this for?" And I was like, "I think I might eat it with my lasagna. I just might eat this with my lasagna, but I had a salad with it instead." But cranberry sauce for any plate, not just Thanksgiving.
You lost me when you said lasagna.
But you think about it. Think about it. It could go together real nice. Something in my brain is telling me cranberry sauce next to a little bit of lasagna might go fine. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it and let y'all know. Don't play
we'll
with
wait
me.
for the follow-up. We will.
Don't see. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. All right, y'all. We got to get out of here because we've got another show coming up. You already know we've got Nurse Tay coming up with Nurse to Beauty. That's right. If you need your booty done, if your titties touch your nipple, if your nipples touch your belly button, if you need your stomach massaged, all that other stuff, if you need your mind right before you go under the knife, Nurse to Beauty is the show that you need to watch, okay? There are a lot of people out there that are getting BBLs done for the right and the wrong reason, okay? If you don't know how to find your doctor, if you don't know what you don't know, because she said some shit to me. I'm not even trying to get a BBL, but when she said y'all going down to Miami and y'all renting cars and y'all getting y'all BBLs done and y'all messing these cars up, I didn't even think about that. Y'all leaking in these people's cars. Y'all nasty. And then y'all can't go get hotel rooms because y'all squirting y'all BBL juice all over the beds at the hotels and they kicking y'all out. I didn't know that. I learned it on this show, though. I be learning all kind of stuff at this radio station. I'm smart. Let's go through these comments. I'm gonna let y'all go. Alan is here. Alan said, bacon sprinkled deviled eggs in my Homer Simpson voice.
There you go.
Teacher Anitra said, nah, but for real, cranberry sauce is life. Cranberry sauce is life. Rodney said, cranberry sauce. Oh, there go your saltine action, sunshine. That is not a Wahite people thing. Cranberry sauce is good, and it's just the canned one. Don't make me no fresh cranberry sauce. I don't want no real cranberries in it. Give me the cranberry jello, the with the lines in it, and let me slice it right. Hotspot said, are you aching? Yep. For some bacon. Yep. Rodney said, we only use cranberry for chasers.
I agree.
Big Red said, my aunts have a deviled egg competition every Christmas. Different toppings every year. Okay, now wait a minute.
See, that sounds like
wait
the house
a minute.
to
That sounds like a tradition to try. A deviled egg competition? All I know is y'all gonna poop a lot, but I'm all for it. I'm all for that. Everybody bring their own deviled egg. Ooh.
If all the aunts can cook.
Ooh, but I'm saying though, a macaroni and cheese competition, a deviled egg competition, and some greens competition. Let me in on that. I want to be on all of them. Big Red said, God damn it, I want some deviled eggs too, Teacher Anitra. Rodney said, anybody in the chat room use cranberry sauce, or is that Sunshine's backside showing up? I'm telling you, cranberry sauce is good on everything.
I don't know about all that.
Hotspot said, I took care of my ex after she had a BBL. I hated that she did that to herself. Yeah, but I bet you was rubbing on them titties though. Don't that. Rye said, shits be wild after eating all them eggs though. Hey, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Y'all, we got to go ahead and get out of here. Like I said, up next, we have Nurse Tay, who is the BBL nurse with Nurse to Beauty. Later on in the day, we've got two sisters. Okay, they are not twins, but they are sisters. That's right. We have two bees in a pod. Then later on in the evening, we got all of the church and religion that you need. We've got Faith 3T, and we have Winter with a Y. Dr. Daniel, I'm telling you, we speaking that into existence. We speaking that into existence. I know people who got a doctorate that did not go to school to be a doctor. So there's ways you can get to be a doctor without having debt. Just keep that in mind, okay? So we're going to speak it into existence. But Daniel the therapist, before we let you go, please tell everybody where they can find you, where they can network with you, if they would like to book a session with you or anything like that, how they can do that.
All right. So my website is therapywithdanielmedwards.com. Or on Instagram, it's Daniel.
It'll be in. I got y'all.
Yeah.
It'll be. I'll post.
It's one of those you don't know your own phone number. But my work number is 404-904-5180. Feel free to text or call. Even if I may not be the therapist for you, I like to help set people up with who could be the correct therapist. So feel free to reach out.
Awesome. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. Our next Men's Mental Health Monday, what I would like is I'm looking for a therapist. It can be a man or a woman, but I want the conversation to be about SAD. That's seasonal annual depression. Okay. So that's our next conversation. If you have somebody that you would like to recommend, or if you are a therapist and you would like to come up and be here on the show with us and have this conversation, please reach out to me, jump in my DMs, email me, smoke signals, whatever you need to do to get my attention, and we'll make that work. And I really, really appreciate you, Daniel.
Thank you
for stepping up. Thank you for because you answered the call from somebody else. So somebody else put that call out in a group chat and you answered it, and I really do appreciate you. So thank you. Y'all, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. I'm gonna play you some music. I'm gonna play a quick song to let y'all go. And you know what song that's gonna be? That's gonna be my song, because All Hustle No Fear got his own music now. Where my song at? Here we go. There it is. And we out.
Storm. Hustle no fear, I come in a rush. Ain't by no money, then you gotta hush. They got me leaning like I'm on a crutch. Came out the trenches, I had to adjust. Jump off the porch, I had to go get it. Ratchet with friends, still handle my business. Go get the money as long as they promise. Calculated how I'm counting the pennies. Bitch in my bag, I come in a rush. Ain't by no money, then you gotta hush. They got me leaning like I'm on a crutch. Come out the trenches, I had to adjust. Jump off the porch, I had to go get it. Can't do no faking when handling business. Go get the money as long as they promise. Calculated how I'm counting the pennies. Moving like a wide receiver, I was out there catching plays.